All right. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you can hear my voice at your end. If you can, please simply indicate in the chat window, so I will be able to know that you can hear me from your end. Or just nod your head. I should be able to know. All right. Thank you. That's fine. Okay. All right. This live session is recorded live because we had some technical challenges with the initial service providers, so we had to switch immediately to Zoom. The recording is ultimately to help those who missed the first live session to be able to rewatch and get the vital information on this live session. Okay, so feel free, jot down your questions as I do my broadcast. If you have questions, opportunity will be given at the end for you to ask your questions, and answers will definitely be given. All right, so let's feel free. We have less than 40 minutes to wrap up with this live session. All right, once again, let me thank all of you for making it to this live session. I am very sure some of you may not be able to make it. You can simply advise them to get the recorded version from the ICT unit so they can watch and get the vital information that will aid their academics. The registrar is supposed to address you all at this time, but at the moment she is unavoidably absent, and so we will proceed with the live session. Let me just quickly, very quickly and retrospectively mention that the second semester 2019-2020 started since last year before we went on vacation. The coronavirus pandemic has exerted enormous pressure on the academic system, and as a matter of fact, the academic calendar has been grossly affected, and the university management has done its best to ensure that the federal directive on COVID-19 protocols are respected at best. Be that as it may, we have been constrained to ensure that certain things are done at certain times, so you don't lose out, and the university also do not undergo some unnecessary stress and pressure. Consequently, the 2019-2020 second semester started before we went on vacation. Lectures were done for most of your courses. We are also aware that for some courses you may have had some challenges. Those courses will be addressed as we resume to commence the 2020-2021 session. Your online examinations have been scheduled to commence by next week, Monday. For those practical courses where we need your hands-on to take the examinations, those courses will be taken upon resumption on the 4th of February 2021. That means the official resumption date for the university is on the 4th. Thursday is 4th of February 2021. That is when you are all expected to be on campus. Now, when registrations commence, there's usually a deadline for students to complete their registration. We are not unmindful of the fact that there are several challenges, especially with technical issues, financial pressure due to the economic situation of things. We are aware of all of that and we feel your pains. But as an institution, as a university, things have to be done the proper way. Deadlines are set for course registrations. It is the standard practice all over the world. For those who are not able to meet up, it means that they have to either wait for a supplementary examinations or may have to repeat that level as it may be decided by the University Senate. And so management met and considered the option of deadline registration. The point is not the late registration fee. The point is actually to discourage people from taking up the option of late registration. Late registration has severe negative consequences on the progress of academic activities. It's retarding. It draws us back. The problem is that it takes a lot, both financial commitment to rasterize students who are in the late wing of doing things with those in the regular wings of doing things. And so it will be best for all of us to do things at the same pace. Uh, I know that by nature, we may not, all fingers are not equal, as they say. So we may have some in the late axis and some who are doing this in the regular times. And so the late registration fee of 10,000 naira was imposed. Parents and students were widely, adequately notified. The message went out widely. For some of you who had issues with your phones, some have also come up to say they had network challenges. Some have come up to say they had financial issues. We do understand all of that, but unfortunately, the university will not take responsibility for that. Like I said, our hope is that you will be able to find resources to meet up with these requirements, okay? All right, so let's move on to the end of the regular registration. The regular registration ended and the late registration started. The late registration, and in fact, all registrations to end the 2019-2020 session will be ending tomorrow. That means all students are strongly advised to complete their registration of courses on or before the end of tomorrow. If you don't do that, the portal is going to shut down completely for that session. The implication is that you may have to wait for the next session. If you have not registered your courses at all, you may have to repeat that level, okay? For those of you who have courses to add or to drop, the simple procedure is to secure your departmental approval by contacting your HOD and letting your HOD know about those courses you intend to add or drop. It is your HOD who will now forward that request to the ICT unit for immediate action. All right, so the add or drop, I've addressed that. Portal technical issues. We are aware that some of you had technical issues with your portal, which is obviously, or which was obviously not your fault. It is the fault of the portal, but then an express directive was widely broadcasted that students who have technical issues with their portals should contact some numbers that were issued, that were published. We got a lot of responses. Those issues were addressed, but sadly, very sadly, some students came up even after the deadline complaining of technical issues and some ignorance and negligence of not conducting their course registration. The university again will not take responsibility for that. Now, CWES. The issue of CWES, I am aware that some 300 level students in the Faculty of Natural and Applied Sciences were already out on CWES as at last year before we went on vacation. In fact, at the commencement of the second semester, they were all on CWES. Those were students who had a whole semester CWES. What do I mean by whole semester CWES? It's the CWES structure that allows the students to go on their student industrial work experience for the whole semester, for the entire semester. They do not have coursework. But for those in the Faculty of Humanities, Management, and Social Sciences, they had coursework as at the second semester. Their CWES was supposed to be done during the semester break, the usual holiday that you have in between two semesters. But because of the coronavirus pandemic, that break didn't exist. And so it became absolutely difficult for us to allow students to go on CWES. And also there were several federal directives not to overexpose these students. So such students were asked to proceed on CWES upon vacation last year. A good number of them did. I'm aware that some have been placed already. And again, we got some federal directive again via the NUC to stop overexposure of students due to the pandemic. So management sat and decided to withdraw all students on CWES, and consequently they have to resume on the 4th of February on campus to complete any other form of CWES that they haven't done. Okay, that means all CWES students are expected to resume on campus on the 4th. Regardless of what level you are, whether you're in the 300 level or you just started your CWES, you should be able to tell your employer that an express directive has been issued by the university authority recalling all CWES students back on campus. Now, your online examinations, which should commence next week. We have made appropriate arrangements and we are very confident that the examination will be flawless. It will have minimal technical issues or no technical issue at all. All right, we are doing our best to ensure that the examinations are conducted in line with global best practices. And so that examination will be online, and that is the first. Hopefully, we will perfect things along the line. That is not to say that there may not be one or two issues, but then we are very proactive to address those issues. And as students, we encourage you to report any of such issues appropriately, and of course, they will be taken up very seriously. Now, how do you assess the examination platform, the online examination platform? I will just quickly share my screen with you so you can all have a perfect picture of how to assess the online examination platform. Please, if you have your notepads, you can quickly take notes, and just to be sure that you are set, well informed before the examination commences. All right, so I'm going to share my screen right now, just a minute. Okay. Okay, so you are now looking into the university portal, students portal. If you can see my screen, can you just nod? Let me just nod, and I should be able to see you from here. Can you see my screen, the university portal? All right, thank you. So let's proceed. Now I am going to log in as a student. I'm going to log in as a student right here. Let me take a random login. So we're logging into the student's account to see where to locate the online examination platform, the computer-based examination platform. Just give it some time, okay? So we're logged in now. We're using a student's account. I'm going to now where you see e-learning. There's e-learning at the site. Let me try to use my on-screen pen. E-learning right there. Okay, so you click on e-learning. All right, so that's e-learning. Next, you move on to Access CBE. All right, Access CBE. C is computer, B is based, E is examinations. All right. Okay, so let's click on that. Okay, now you will see some instructions here. Access computer-based examinations. You should be able to read all of those instructions. Okay. The use of webcam, we are still contemplating whether to use webcam or not, of course, to check examination malpractice. But you can log into your portal account. This is available in your portal account right now. So you can log in to read all of this. To write an examination, you simply hit on the enter exams. This one right here. So you hit on it, click on it. It should open up the examination platform for you. Just to give it some time. We have network challenges around. All right, so this is the platform. This is apologies to these students. I sincerely apologize to these students here for that public demonstration using your account. Okay, now this is the platform. To take the exams, you are going to see there should be another symbol here, take exams, all right? Take exams. I'm going to show you that on another platform. But this student right now, no exams has been scheduled yet. The questions are still oncoming. They're still in process. And so you will see, please, you do not have any course to write now, okay? So let's see the actual platform. Just I'm going to share another platform with you. Okay, this platform actually is the next platform you will see after you click on take exams. This is the next platform. It will ask you to sign in. Now, if we are hoping we are going to waive the second sign in. All right, I repeat, we are going to waive the second sign in because you are already logged into your portal account. So we may waive that aside. So to sign in, I'm going to input my username and my password. So once I click log in as a student, I am going to see, just a minute. Okay. All right. So I'm supposed to see take exams. All right. In the last presentation, we actually took that exams. So I am going to maybe reset this, and before the end of this presentation, maybe when we are doing the question and answer session, I am going to do that practical demonstration for you. Okay. So, but for now, you need to know that the exams will be online, and there is a portal in there is a section in your account to access the exams. All right, let's continue with the session. There are requirements to write these exams. There are rules and regulations that you must know. First, all examination questions for a particular course. Yes, Daniel, you are all on mute. Everybody cannot be talking at the same time, all right? So you cannot talk right now. I am the only qualified Nigerian now to talk on this platform. Okay, let's proceed. So your two students writing a particular course, you need to know this. Two students writing a particular course cannot have their questions arranged the same way, all right? In fact, students in a particular class cannot have their questions arranged the same way. Number 1 for a student can be number 15 for another student, and can also be number 30 for another student. So the questions will be largely reshuffled. So we don't have teamwork, we don't have mass cheating, we don't have collaboration to defraud the system. So the questions will be largely shuffled and reshuffled as you write the exams. All right, you must use a laptop or a personal computer or a desktop to write the exams. It is standard practice that university exams are conducted or taken using a computer system. You are not allowed to use your phones. If you don't have a computer system, you should be able to access a nearby cyber cafe with internet access to take your exams. Examinations are not scheduled beyond 1 hour 30 minutes. For some examinations, their time span is even within 30 minutes. One thing again you need to note is that all questions for the examinations will be strictly objective. Objective-based questions. We are not going to have subjective. We are not going to have theory. So you select the correct options, A to D or A to E, as may be provided. Submit your answers, and of course, your lecturer at the other end should be able to receive your results almost immediately. Okay, and after a few more of these, your results will be published on the portal for you to view. Now, you must use either a Chrome or Firefox browser. I'm sure you know what the different types of browsers. Okay, so we are recommending Chrome or Firefox. So those are the two browsers that you may want to use. If you are not comfortable with Chrome, you need to install Firefox. I have already showed you how to locate the platform for the examinations, and so you should be able to do that on your own. Now, we are going to conduct a mock examination. Since it is a new platform and all of you need to get used to this platform, it is absolutely important that we conduct a mock examinations for all students to get used to the platform before the actual examination starts. Now, the mock examination will be scheduled for tomorrow by 11 a.m. By 11 a.m., you are expected to access your portal and take the mock examinations. Once you follow the portal directive to access the examinations, you should be able to choose your options and submit your answers. And that within that time frame, we are giving you a time frame of 1 hour 30 minutes to play around the examination platform, get used to it before your actual examination starts on Monday. Okay, so I think I've been able to handle all of those issues as per the online examinations. So now let's now look into the 2020-2021 session. That is the new session that will be starting as soon as we okay, that's a new session that will be starting as soon as we resume by February 4th. The university official resumption date is 4th of February. So the 2020-2021 session will commence as soon as we resume. For students who are qualified to take supplementary examinations, that examinations will be conducted in line with the academic calendar that has been published, which is also available on your students portal. You can download your calendar there and follow the trends of things. We are aware of some students that have pending results for the first semester. It is possible you made your registration quite late and your results was not published on the portal for you to access. That issue will be addressed as soon as we resume for the next session. I can assure you all of those results will be published for the students to view. Again, we have gotten a few complaints of students who had doubtful grades. I've seen some students who came up to me to complain that they are expecting a grade higher than a C, that they were expecting to see an A, but what they saw was a C. So in line with the principles of quality assurance and transparency, we are going to give opportunity to all of such students to officially tender their complaints, and they will be investigated, and of course the rightful grade will be credited for them. But let me give a warning, it is not a threat, all right? You have the right to challenge your grades and follow them up, but this is just an advice. I think the word warning is even too strong for that. It's an advice. Be very sure, right? Be sure of your performance in that examinations before you challenge your grade. We have seen situations where students who had an A, after investigation by the panel, they saw that the who had a C, and after the investigation by the panel, they saw that the grade that the student actually merited was even an E. And so the result was scaled down to E. So you must be absolutely sure that you wrote well in the exams and you were shortchanged before you do your application for correction of results. All right, I think that is basically all. But before we take questions, I may want to give the registrar, I don't know if she's available to talk to you now. I can see you, I don't know. If you are available, just nod your head, Ma. Are you available to talk? All right, so I'm going to let the registrar address you right now. Please listen very attentively.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone.
All right. Sincere apologies over there. I think the registrar is having some network challenges. Her audio is quite poor. It's breaking. The reception is quite poor, and I can see the responses from the students. All right. Okay. Maybe we will have to address that much later. Okay. Now, while we were on vacation, we lost one of our part-time lecturers in the Faculty of Natural and Applied Sciences, specifically in the Department of Biological Sciences. He used to be our part-time lecturer. His name is Dr. Enyi Ido. Dr. Enyi Ido, I can remember he took the course Microbial Ecology. So for those of you who know him, I know you still you feel we have to give him that 1 minute silent honor. So we will just stay mute for 1 minute. Then after that, the chat window will be open for those of you who have questions to ask. All right. So just 1 minute silent. All right, so we'll take the questions as they come. Let's take the first question here. Can we write the mock exam in case of network failure? Well, you need to look for, it is your responsibility to source for an area with good network connection. You can take the mock exams, but just be sure that you have a good network at your location. The next question is, sir, I heard that it is 30 minutes for one question to be answered. Is this true? Oh, 30 seconds. I heard it is 30 seconds for one question to be answered. Is it true? Well, that is not true. The examinations in general will be given a general timeline. For some, it's 1 hour. For some, it's 1 hour, 30 minutes. So it depends on how fast you are to deal with the question. Okay, no question has a specific timing. All right, so the next question is, please, sir, can we correct a wrong answered question? Yes, you can correct a wrong answer question. All you need to do is to hit the previous button. There's a button, you will see it is conspicuous. It is somewhere that you can see it. It is written previous. So you hit on it, it will take you to the next to the previous question that you've answered. All right, so you can correct your answer. All right, so the next question here is, please, my network crashed during when the examination instruction were given. Please, can they talk on that again? All right, sorry, we have a recorded version. So we will upload the recorded version on our YouTube page. You can rewatch the video again when you have enough time. Sir, please, will the mock exams be recorded? Absolutely not. The mock exams ultimately is for you to get used to the platform. So it will not be recorded. It is between you and the system. It is the opportunity for you to get used. Familiarize yourself with the examination platform before the actual exams commence on Monday. Right, the next question here is, please, the laptop is going to be a big issue for some people. I know, I hope you are speaking for yourself. Well, whoever does not have a personal computer should approach a cyber cafe, an internet-enabled computer center to write the exams. There are a good number of them out there. All you have to do is to take the exams with them, okay? What will happen to those who are not aware of all of this? Well, the university will not take responsibility for ignorance. It is expected that every student should belong to their class group, okay? All sorts of negligence and ignorance will not be tolerated for excuses. We had publicized that students should join their class group. In fact, I got a very sad experience with a student who said he cannot belong to his class group because they make a lot of noise, useless chats going on. He's not interested. Well, it is your class. You just have to belong to that group. Otherwise, you are going to miss out on a lot of vital information. All right. What's the next question here? Let's see. So please let there be provision for us to use phones sometimes because business center might be occupied. Well, that is probabilistic. It is based on we can't control that. All right. So you need to make that arrangement for yourself to get a good computer center to take the exams. There are a good number of them out there. So it is standard practice that university exams are taken using a personal computer or a desktop. University exams are not taken using your mobile phones. The next question is, sir, please, if the portal crashes while the exams, is the university going to give the person another chance? This is a very brilliant question. I was actually looking for this question all the while. Well, we have taken care of that, right? That issue was previously envisaged, and so we have made provision for that. If you have unforeseen technical emergencies, all you have to do is to quickly resolve that at your end and make sure you log in immediately to take the exams. The exams will continue from where you stop, but please remember that using your IP address, we are going to monitor your activity to be sure there are no malpractices. All right, the next question from Inyang is, I could not print my GSS fee receipt. Can I still write my exams? I have registered my courses. Well, you can always reprint your receipts. I am sure the problem here is about the technical know-how. Maybe I should just quickly demonstrate how to print your receipt. So you can do that before, just a minute. Okay, so I'll quickly demonstrate how to print your receipts. I hope you can see my screen at your end. So what you have to do is to quickly go to, I hope I am still on, sundry fee payment, all right? Sundry fee payment. Click on that, then pay sundry fees, all right? Pay sundry fees. Okay, now when you click on pay sundry fees, this is what you should see. So select either of the departmental or faculty dues, either of them. Select the session you are paying for 2019-2020. Submit the request to Remitter. Now, when you submit, you are going to see all your receipts here, all right? So for those that you have paid, you will be able to print receipt. Those that you have paid for, you will be able to print receipt. So look out for GSS anywhere here. Look out for that GSS that you made your payment, and you should be able to print out the receipt. Now, when you have this pending receipt, please do not bother yourself. Just let them be at the appropriate time. We are going to take them out. All right, let's move on to the next question. All right, so the next question here is, sir, please, for the examination, there are some classes we didn't have and how we are going to write when we haven't been taught anything. Well, this is a very difficult time. I am aware of that situation. For those of you that reported, an action has been taken. So if you have this issue, please kindly report to me directly. My phone number is out there on your platform. If you don't have it, seek for someone. Report to your head of department as well. Your head of department is your immediate official personality that should help you out of that problem. So report to your head of department. It will get to me, then we can address that issue immediately. Immediately, I mean immediately after this live session. Blessing, sir, I paid for my course registration before the deadline. I didn't get a receipt, and so I couldn't register my courses, but I was debited, and when I tried registering, I was told to pay for late registration. Well, the problem here is that some of you only made your payments, you made your faculty and departmental payments, and you didn't complete your registration. And because you didn't complete your registration, you only paid for your faculty and your departmental registration, you had no registration slip. That means you have not completed your registration. And if you had technical issues as such, you should have reported for that issue to be addressed. All right, so let's move on to the next question. Does network failure affect exams? Say, for example, I have answered 10 and then network fluctuates. Would I lose the question I answered during the network issue? No, you will not lose the question. As soon as your network is restored, you will continue from where you stop. Okay? Please, sir, let there be an alternative for laptop. I am sorry, this is beyond our control right now. The next question is, please, sir, for those who joined the Zoom meeting late due to poor network, I see that the top of my screen that this video is being recorded. How can we get this video so we can get the full info and also share to those who are not here? I had mentioned earlier that the recorded version of this video will be uploaded on our YouTube channel for those who missed the session to watch it again. All right? We need to use an Android phone. We can't get a laptop. I am sorry. You need to look for a nearby computer enabled, internet-enabled computer center to take your exams. So I heard that if we remove our eyes from the webcam, our exams will be shut down. What if we want to calculate on a piece sheet when the calculator on the portal is not high standard? Well, we are thinking of taking out the webcam option, all right? So that may not be true. It may not be implemented during the examinations. But at any rate, we have an alternative means of tracking malpractices during the examinations. Please, sir, why did you say we should not use our phones to write exams? Well, I have mentioned that it is against standard university exam practices. Phones are not used to write university exams. So please, can we submit before the time elapses? Absolutely, yes, you can. You can submit your answers before the time elapses and go prepare ahead of the other exams. So please, our new year one coming to resume on the 4th with us, all students? Yes, all students, including the newly admitted students, are to resume on the 4th. So please, why can't we use phones? I have responded to that. So please, the instruction on the exams list states that. The instruction on the exam list states that this is incomplete. So I heard that if you remove your eyes, I think I've responded to that. So please explain the whole mock exam process. The mock exam will be scheduled, or is scheduled for 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. You'll be given full directive. I think what you have to do is just log into your portal, move to the e-learning section, click on it and click on CBE. With that, you should be able to access the mock exams. The mock exams ultimately is for you to have a thorough knowledge about how the platform works. Almost, what if we sleep and miss an exams that's supposed to be by 10? Will the exam still be available throughout the day? Well, I think that is entirely your decision to make. The university will not take responsibility for that negligence and carelessness. So some cyber cafe don't have cameras on their desktop. So what will happen? We are thinking of waiving the webcam, all right? So you may not need a camera to write exams. Now please explain the whole mock exams. I have done that. Can't we use phones instead of for those who doesn't have laptops? Some cafes have explained that. So please, will there be new hostels for new students? No comment for that at this time. I'm not sure of that at this time. So please, what of those writing maths? If they remove their eyes, okay, we may not, if they remove their eyes, so maybe calculate the answer, what will happen to them? Well, nothing will happen to them. We may not use webcam. This is Michael Okonkwo. Oh, hello. Can I get the exam instruction details from the portal? Yes, please log into your portal, click on e-learning, and CBE, you should be able to see everything about the exams. More details will come to you. So please, can we use our phones to write? I have addressed that. So please, the mock exam is going to be recorded for us, and no, it will not be recorded, but it's going to be general, right? All students are expected to take the exams for their own good. So please, if for any reason we logged out of the system and we are able to reconnect, will it have an effect on the timer? No, that may not have, there might not be an effect, but you have to ensure that you log back in immediately. So please, is the mock exams important? Well, like I said, it is for your own good to get used to the system. We will not tolerate any flimsy excuse or excuses of ignorance using the platform after the mock exams. So what will happen to those who are sick and can't write? Well, that is a natural course. The university has no control about that. What they have to do is to formally apply to the university management with adequate evidence to show their ill health. So please, subjects like maths, we have 50 pages notes. Who will teach us as we don't understand? Well, the course, you can deal with that. Simply approach the course lecturer to handle some of those areas with you. There are available videos, there are available materials for you to catch up with some courses that has to do with calculations. So please, can we use our phones? I've addressed that. So with time be added to us if our network issue is critical. Well, the system takes track for those who were faced with sudden network challenges to manage their time. You may likely continue from where you stopped. So it's laptop for the mock exams. Yes, you need to use the mock exams mimic exactly what you should have in the real exams. And so you need to use a laptop for you to be able to mimic exactly what you've done in the actual exams. All right, I think that's entirely, that's all the questions for now. We have just 3 more minutes to shut down. If we don't have more questions, then we may have to call this an over. Thanks for your time. Thanks for being here. Thanks for taking time out to join this session. Your future is in your hands. For those who are not here, please advise them to watch the recorded version. All right. We will not tolerate excuses based on issues that we have discussed here already. As much as possible, we will ensure that the exams are seamless. There are little or no technical issues at all. Provisions has been made to handle unforeseen technical contingencies as you take the exams. So good luck as you prepare to write your exams. Okay, I have another question. The news just came at least. Give us to make arrangements for laptop or cyber cafe. Yeah, you have between now and Sunday. Today is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You should have a cyber cafe around. Alternatively, you can approach the cyber cafe you use in taking your JAM exams, or anyone near your city of residence. All right. We understand these are abnormal times, but please do your best to take the exams. All right, for the hostel issue, you know, we have 2 options. For students who want to live off campus, the registrar had earlier issued a memo for those students to do their applications to her so she can properly document them. The hostel accommodation, to the best of my knowledge, is limited, and it's going to be on first come, first served basis. And so for those who will resume on time, you will get hostel accommodation. You'll be given priority as per hostel accommodation. For those who don't resume on time, then you may need to seek an alternative means of residence. Hopefully you may want to stay off campus. So please, when will the registrar be free to address the hostel issue? Okay, I think I just did. She's not disposed at the moment. So what of the consultancy center? In Jen, I don't know what you mean by that. Are we still going to be 4 in a room? Okay, I think the registrar will have to handle all of hostel issues. I am purely for academic matters. I am the Director of Academic Planning and Quality Assurance, and so I can only deal with academic issues. Okay, I think we are exhausted. We have run out of questions. The questions are beginning to become repetitive. Thanks again. I'm wishing you the best of luck. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.